It's a warm September night here in Southwest Ohio, and that means it's a great time for some high school football as the Walnut Hills Eagles have their home opener playing host to their ECC rival Little Miami Panthers here at Mark Stadium. I'm Graham Dunway. I'll take you through tonight's proceedings. Eagles and Panthers both looking for a big win here. Both are currently on the outside looking in as far as the Region 4 playoff picture goes. Little Miami has played much more competitive football than the year prior under returning coach Nate Mann. His first year in his second stint with the Panthers, he has gotten them to close one-score losses against Turpin and against Jackson. Both teams that last year were well above the Panthers' pay grade. He has had them playing much more competitive football this year. On the other end, Coach G. Benjamin Miles leads the Eagles. They are 1 win, 2 losses, a close win over Western Hills, and big blowout losses to Milford and to Turpin in their first 3 weeks of the season. All those came on the road. Now the Eagles will don the all-gold uniforms and suit up in Mark Stadium for the first time in the 2025 season. Last time Walnut won an ECC matchup, September 10th, 2021, 4 years and 2 days ago, against these very Panthers. It was in Morrow. Eagles built a 27-7 lead. TJ Nelson was the quarterback. Javion Bostic was the wide receiver. 5 catches, 173 yards, and 2 touchdowns. As the Eagles gave up 2 touchdowns in that fourth quarter, but managed to hold on and win 27-21. And since that day, the Eagles and Panthers have played some of the most competitive football in the ECC. 2022 was down to the wire. Hail Mary pass, defensive pass interference on the Eagles led to a game-winning field goal for the Panthers. 2023, the Eagles were winless, led at halftime, but Will Rivers threw 4 second-half interceptions, and the Panthers won by 17 points. And last year, the Eagles came within 2 yards of a massive comeback win, but came just short after giving up 15 penalties. Rather, committing 15 penalties, and they lost that one despite outgaining the Panthers 2-1. Eagles looking to bring it full circle and get a big win here at Mark Stadium in front of the home crowd, all dressed up in their leis, the Hawaiian theme tonight in the Nut House. Eagles wearing their all-gold uniforms, blue trim, and the Panthers in white with gold helmets, green trim. Little Miami will get ball first. The Walnut defense gave up touchdowns on all but 2 drives last week against Turpin. One of those 2 was the opening drive. They got a 3-and-out against the Spartans. Managed to stymie that offense, but the only other drive was the end of the half, and all of Turpin's 8 other drives, they scored touchdowns and beat up the Walnut defense, looking for a bounce-back game here. The Little Miami's offense was somewhat rough last week. They were playing Anderson, it was expected, but senior quarterback Camden Fox threw for only 5 yards. Connor Breen will kick it off to start this game. Back deep for the Panthers is defensive back Lincoln Engelhart. Whistle blows. Breen will approach the ball and kick it low and onside. Fielded by the up man. He drops the ball but picks it back up right at about the 36-yard line of the Panthers. That was Karsten Camarada, the sophomore wide receiver, fielding that onside kick, and the Panthers will have it at the 36. Camden Fox was the Panthers starter in their 2023 victory over Little Miami over Walnut Hills as a sophomore. He split time with Little Miami's two other seniors last year. This year, he's taken the reins by himself. He awaits the snap here from center Zach Seibert. Panthers are heavy on the line, 7 men, 1 receiver to each side. Andrew Trapp, the transfer from Kings, is the running back. 1st and 10 for Camden Fox and the Panthers. Snap to Fox, he gives Trapp, running right side. He runs into a thicket and gets no gain, as making that play was Stevie Gordon, as well as linebacker Jonathan Jackson Jr. A good stop on 1st down.
Stop the play number 2, Brandon Dennis. No gain. It's 2nd down and 10.
So 2nd down and 10. Eagles with a heavy box, 8 men. Panthers send Lucas Bofta in motion. Fox keeps up the middle, trying to push his way forward. He'll get to about the 40-yard line before he's taken down by a swarm of Eagles. Dayron Acklin, as well as Braylon Coleman, who finally gets to wear number 11. As the story goes, the number 11 road jersey was torn, so Cohen's wearing 32 for the last 3 games. Gets to wear 11. 3rd down and 6, a good chance for the Eagle defense to get off the field here. Little Miami has run the ball on their first 2 downs. Camden Fox, the completion percentage a tinge below 50% this year. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 110 passing yards per game. Still a heavy set for Little Miami. Bofta in motion, snap to Fox, hands Bofta on the end around, trying to turn the corner, and he cannot. He will get swarmed. Braylon Dennis on that stop, as well as number 6 for the Eagles. And the Panthers go 3 and out in their first drive. So just like last week, the Eagles defense starts with a 3 and out, and that'll bring on Little Miami punter Carter Stewart. He gets the snap. He punts it away. Dennis doesn't have to move very much. He fields at the 25, tries to turn left. He gets the edge. Dennis to the 30, and he's hit hard and driven out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Hit was made by Tate Nufziger, linebacker. Eagle defense makes a statement on their first drive, and that'll bring on the offense. The Eagles offense had 1 touchdown drive last week. That was one where they went 5 wide, opened it up completely, and they scored a first-quarter touchdown against Turpin. That was Malachi Lewis. Ball's placed at the 38-yard line, so a good starting field position here. Malachi Lewis switched his number from 6 to 7. You can make of that what you will. Ball on the 38. Rivers in the backfield. Robert Green is the starting running back. Snap to Rivers. He will hand Green, running right side, trying to get the edge, and he cannot. He is taken down by senior defensive lineman Daniel DiFrancesco for a loss of a couple. Loss of 2, 2nd down and 12. Robert Green averaged only 0.8 yards per carry through the first 3 games for his first 8 carries of the season. Loses 2 on that one. It'll be 2nd down and long. Will Rivers threw for 366 yards last year against Little Miami. Eagles put the game almost entirely on his shoulders. Snap to Rivers here. He runs it left side, and he will be met by a swarm of Panthers and lose another couple of yards. That play did not have much of a chance. Colton Reynolds, transfer from Moeller, takes Rivers down in the backfield, another loss of 2. So 2 runs to start it after Little Miami's drive was 3 runs and a punt. Eagles will check Joshua Thornton into the game as a 4th wide receiver. Robert Green remains in the backfield. 3rd and 14. Six-man box for the Panthers. Snap to Rivers. He's back to pass. Looks once. Throws it quickly right side for Nicholas. He'll get met at the 41-yard line and dropped. That was Carter Haney, linebacker for Little Miami, making that tackle well shy of the sticks. And the Eagles will punt. Gain of 7 from Rivers to Nicholas. Colin Ross had a pretty good day punting last week on the season. 35 yards per punt on average. 2 men deep. Engelhart is one of them for Little Miami. Isaiah James the other one, and Ross boots the punt. It's a low line drive, backing up the return man Lucas Basta to the 20. He skates forward to the 30. Basta gets through a hole to the 40. Flag is thrown to the 50. Basta runs into his own man and powers forward to the 50. We'll see if this comes back. There is a flag down at about the 31 of Little Miami. So penning the flag, it's a pretty good return for Lucas Basta. And it looks like it's going to be holding on Walnuts. Basta ran into his own man, Landon McCrae. Early indications still seem to be that it's against the Eagles. And that is what it is. So Basta got all the way to the 49 of Walnut, and that will advance the ball even further and give Camden Fox and the Panthers great field position for drive number 2. Ball we moved inside the Walnut 40 at down to the 39. And that's exactly what you want to see if you're Nate Mann. Your team playing good special teams, getting the penalty, and giving Camden Fox a very short field to work with. 3 receivers left, 1 right for Little Miami. Man goes in motion. Aiden Stavali, handoff to Basta, and he will churn forward, and it's actually trap up the middle. Gets to the 32. He had some resistance, but he powered it forward for a solid gain. 4 runs, no passes to start the game for Little Miami. They get back to the line quickly. 7:17 to go first quarter and a scoreless tie. Stavali in motion, handoff to Trapp. He breaks through the line, gets to the 26. That's where he's taken down by a couple of Eagles, including Braylon Dennis. First down for the Panthers, the first of the game. It's been working so far for the Panthers. Down to the 27, and again, a clap and a look to the sideline for Camden Fox in the offense. 3 receivers are right. Carter Stewart alone to the left against Dayron Ackland. First and 10 at the 27. Snap to Fox, back to pass for the first time. Stewart slips, and the ball goes by him. It was a 1 read in his direction, but Stewart was eaten up by the turf monster. Second down and 10.
They're on Ackland for the Eagles. Second down and 10.
It's been the same motion every play for the Panther offense. They are looking to the sideline and at their signs. Same formation as last play. Trap in motion. Fox back to pass out of an empty set. Quick screen to Basta. Trying to shake his way forward. He cannot. Braylon Dennis closed quickly and made the stop near the line of scrimmage. Loss of 1 on the play for Basta, and it will be 3rd and long. Stevie Gordon enters as a run stopper, and here's a play where Camden Fox is going to need to make a throw. Eagles looking to tee off against him. 2 defensive tackles, Mateo Zuniga, Stevie Gordon in the game. The edges are Jackson and Coleman. 3rd and 12. Snap to Fox. He moves right side. Fox just gets rid of it, and it's caught by Basta. Flag is down at the 20. Basta was a few yards shy of the line to gain. A penalty flag was thrown in the backfield, right about where Fox's offensive linemen were. Early indication saying holding against the Panthers. And that's what it is. Eagles will choose to accept it rather than give Fox 4th and 3. Basta was brought down a few yards shy of the sticks. Fox made a good throw to find him. Penalty will bring the ball back to the 38-yard line. Just 1 yard in front of where the Panthers started this drive. 5:13 to play first quarter. Scoreless tie. 3rd and 21. Prime chance for the Eagle defense here. Led by J.R. Allen to get off the field. It was the good punt return by Basta that set up this drive. He's been playing receiver, and he goes in motion here behind Fox's back. Snap to Fox, fakes a screen, has pressure up the middle, throws a screen to Trapp, and Trapp will be met, and he will be dropped at the 39-yard line. Mateo Zuniga in on that stop. Eagles snuff the play out, and they will force a punt. So the Eagles defense continuing to compete. Camden Fox has not left the field yet. 4th and 21. The offense is still out there, and now they'll rush off and let Carter Stewart into his punting position. They took a decent bit to actually get off the field. It was a loss of 1 on the screenplay to the 39-yard line. Carter Stewart's the punter. Braylon Dennis, the return man, standing at his own 10. No pressure. Stewart gets it away. Low line drive. Dennis lets it go over his head where it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So a good stand by the Eagles defense against a short field. And Will Rivers in the offense will try to put some points on the board. Under 4 to go, first quarter. On the Eagles' first drive, we saw 2 runs, and they both went for negative yardage. Bunch of time just got put back on the clock. 5:27. We'll see what it's all about. Robert Green still the back. 3 receivers left. Malachi Lure is alone to the right. No score midway through quarter number 1. Snap to Rivers, back to pass. Quick toss goes across the middle for Lures, and he's caught it for a gain of about 4, taken down quickly by Carter Haney, linebacker. So a positive play on first down, what Coach Anderson wanted to see. Gain of 5 to the 25. Robert Green will head off the field, and Braylon Dennis will play running back for this play. Same formation for the Eagles with 4 wide receivers, 1 off to the right and 3 to the left. 2nd down and 5. Light box for the Panthers. Lures goes in motion. Rivers will hand it to him on the end around. Lures tries to turn the corner, gets to the 30 and push backwards, maybe a yard shy of the 30. Lincoln Engelhart, defensive back. And they will move the sticks, first down. They'll give Lures forward progress to just about the 30-yard line, and the Eagles have their first down of the evening. It's what you'd like to see, some good positive plays in contrast with that last drive. We saw against Turpin a lot of offensive miscues on early downs, whether it be sacks or holding penalties, put them behind the sticks and they couldn't recover. And snap to Rivers. He evades a man at his feet, throws to the right side, caught by Lewis at the 39, stays in bounds and gets the first down across the 40-yard line. Good job by Rivers and the blitz pickup. Landon McCray was screaming down on Rivers, but the blitz pickup made sure he fell to his feet at the quarterback's body, and they'll say Lewis stepped out of bounds a yard shy of the first down, so it'll be 2nd down and 1. Landon McCray has intercepted Rivers in 2 straight matchups between these teams. 2nd and 1 to the 39. Heavy presence in the line for the Panthers. Snap to Rivers. He will hand Dennis up the middle. Dennis trying to fight forward. He did not get to the first down marker. Give him about a half yard shy of it. McCray on the tackle. Good call. Jonathan Jackson Jr. will come off the bench and put a helmet on for this play. Actually, I think it just Green back in, but Jackson got off the line in a hurry. Again, present on the line. Green gets the carry. He will have the first down. He fights forward to the 41-yard line. Offensive line does their job. Nice blocking by Aiden Menaze and by Captain Jonathan Smith, and the first down for the Eagles. Up to the 41-yard line. 3 to play in the first quarter. Eagles defense has gotten the offense 2 stops, and the offense has responded with a couple of first downs. The Panthers again playing light on the line, trying to get away with hard defense against the pass. Rivers pulls a hard count and sees a blitzing linebacker, Engelhart. Now takes the snap. He'll run it left side, trying to turn the corner. Rivers will get hit at the line of scrimmage and forced out of bounds by Carter Haney. No gain on the play. Second time the Eagles have tried that outside run with Will Rivers. Has not worked for the offense either time, and now it's 2nd down and long. Passing has mostly been safe in this first quarter. Trying to get the offense to a 3rd and manageable rather than taking all the yards at once. Every Panther within 10 yards of the ball here. Dennis in motion. He will get the ball in the end around, turns it upfield, and he'll get about 4 before being pushed back by Colton Reynolds. And the ball came out. Little Miami saying they have it. And it looks like their pleas will not be answered. It'll be a gain of 4. Dennis was down. 3rd down and 6. The Eagles coughed it up a couple times last week against Turpin. 3 times against Milford the week before that. And that could explain the relatively safe play calling you're seeing here. This is anything but safe. 5 wide on this 3rd and 6 from the 45-yard line. Picket fence for Little Miami. They creep a man up and blitz him. Rivers got time to throw. Rolls out to the left. Rivers and holding flag is down. Caught by Nicholas. He'll be about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. But Jonathan Smith was holding the blitzing linebacker McCray, and that will be a penalty on Walnut. Pretty hard penalty to miss there if you're these officials. Jax and Smith knew what he was doing. Nate Mann will accept the penalty. Put Walnut back at the 35. The Eagles have been able to possess the ball, but that is a drive killer. 3rd and 16 now. And again, you don't want to get too risky with what you do on this long down. Little Miami defense looking for takeaways to get another short field for the Panther offense. 3rd and 16. Rivers has time to throw. He launches up the middle. Nicholas at the 40. He catches, runs to the 48, and that's where he's taken down by Tanner Meadows, linebacker, about 3 yards short of the line to gain. We'll see what Coach Miles does here. Looks like they'll punt. So 4th and 3. Maybe just a little bit too... Oh, no, wait. 6 seconds left, and they're going to go in Wildcat. The first quarter clock will run out, though. That'll end the quarter. No score between the Panthers and Eagles. Both defenses holding firm. And we will see you in the second quarter here on Graham Sportscasting Channel. Second quarter of play here at Mark Stadium. Scoreless tie between the Walnut Hills Eagles and their rival Little Miami Panthers, and the Eagles are in Wildcat on this 4th and 3. Critical down here, and Jonathan Jackson Jr. is the Wildcat quarterback. Takes the snap and he fumbles it, kicks it back up, runs forward. He will be about a yard shy of the line to gain. The blocking was good, but Jackson fumbled the snap, and he only got to about the 50-yard line. Panther football. It was not a bad call. The blocking was good. Just Jackson's miscue hurt him. He got 2 of the 3 required yards, but need to get all 3 on 4th down. And so that will set Camden Fox and the Little Miami offense up at the midfield stripe. They started last drive at the Walnut 39 after a good punt return and a penalty. Lucas Basta was on that return. 11:54 to play, second quarter. Scoreless tie. Here's the third drive for the Panthers. And a whistle will stop play as Braylon Dennis was late getting off the field. Coach Miles will make sure they don't take 5 yards right away and call a timeout. So you're happy about how that first quarter went with your defense being able to keep Little Miami off the board, but the offense was able to possess the ball for a decent amount of time. Still very far away from being able to put points on the board. They have not opened up the deep downfield passing game yet. Little Miami is kind of inviting it. They've played all 11 players pretty much maximum 10 yards off the ball. Camden Fox is lined up out wide as a receiver on this play. Heavy on the line. Andrew Trapp is the back. I can't even see who the quarterback is from where I'm sitting. Fox goes in motion, gets the end around. He's going to try to throw the ball deep downfield to Lucas Basta, and he makes the catch inside the 20-yard line. Eagles saying no, ref saying yes. Basta had almost no separation from Joshua Thornton. Fox decided to throw it anyway. He dropped in a perfect pass down to the 15-yard line. Joshua Thornton was not fooled, but an NFL throw from Camden Fox puts the ball at the 15-yard line. Farthest down the field, the Panthers have been all night. They're trying to punch it in first. Heavy on the line. Austin Beaver, running back, is an extra blocker with 7 men on the line. Snap goes directly to Andrew Trapp, running up the middle to the 10, gets to the 5, and fourth down at the 4-yard line. Successful run for the Panther offense on first down. Logan Kerner and Trapp have been in the backfield, 2 wide receivers on those last 2 plays, and they have netted 46 yards for the Panther offense as they're on the verge of pushing it in here. They'll keep that formation, Trapp and Kerner in the backfield. Snap to Trapp, he runs it up the middle, finds a hole right side, and pushes his way into the end zone for a Little Miami touchdown. The 2-back set, the Eagles had no answers for it, and Little Miami scores on 3 plays. They're on the board first at 6-0 here at Mark Stadium. Cade Woynitz on for the extra point. Camden Fox is the holder. Little Miami special teams are usually pretty good. And somebody moved, no one's calling it, and Woynitz punches it through the uprights. No flags, but now one is thrown after the kick was already converted to make it 7-0. And it will be offsides on Walnut. We'll see how Coach Mann chooses to enforce this. And it looks like they want to. Ball's placed at the 1. We saw the 2-back set work wonders for Little Miami on that last offensive drive. Camden Fox is coming into the game. We'll see if he's going to play quarterback, and he will. Andrew Trapp, the running back, 7 on the line. Can the Eagles stop a traditional run? Or will it be something else? Snap to Fox. He'll take it himself. Right side, and he's in for the 2-pointer. Walked in untouched. And if that was the play from the 50, he might have gone 50. That makes it 8-0 Panthers with under a minute to go. Under a minute elapsed in the second quarter. So the penalty costs the Eagles a point. I could not see who it was, but it was an Eagles gunner on the left side of the line, make it a wing, who jumped off sides, tried to point at Little Miami's left guard, saying he flinched, but the call went against the gunner. Now we're looking at that part of the play and an extra point. So 8-0 your score. The Eagles offense got a few first downs last drive, but we'll need to see how they can fully respond. This will be the first kickoff by Cade Woynitz and the Panthers. It's 3 men back deep on the return team for the Eagles are Hargis, Dennis, and Jason Nicholas. Woynitz will kick from the 40-yard line. Panthers are still huddled up, and now they're finally going to break it. Would not put it past Coach Mann to try an onside here. The Eagles' return men have been strong, especially Braylon Dennis. And Woynitz will kick a high spiraling kick. Dennis will approach, catch at the 10. It pushes him backwards to the 15. He'll get the edge to the 20, and that's about all he'll get. Taken down by Lynn and McCray again. And Walnut will start inside their own 20. Walnut will again need to drive the length of the field to get in the end zone here. They are at their own 18. And they only really picked up yards in small chunks last drive. They managed to possess the ball, but now they give up a touchdown and are playing from behind. Will they be more aggressive on this drive? It's again the deepest Panther is Jackson Barnett, and he's only about 9 yards off the football. Green goes in motion. Rivers will give it to him on the end around, and that was not the right call as he's taken down in the backfield by Carter Haney. Any attempt to get Green working has just not worked out all that well. That'll be a loss of about 4 to the 14-yard line. Walnut has not really attempted too many runs in between the tackles today. It's mostly been attempting to attack the edge. And these linebackers are biting on that edge pretty regularly, especially Carter Haney, who made that last tackle. Little Miami's been making the box pretty light all night. Rivers gets the snap on 2nd down and 14. Got time, tosses it left side, and it's incomplete at the feet of Kalen Murray, and it was a little bit wide. He was covered by Isaiah James, defensive back. Brings up 3rd and long. So loss of 4 on the first play, and Rivers misfired in the second play. What's your call here? You don't want Ross to be backed up in his own end zone with this punt after the last punt resulted in a good return by Basta. 2 receivers each side. Dennis is the back in the backfield. Rivers got time, launching downfield, and it is over the head and incomplete of Malachi Lewis. His defensive back, Isaiah James, was further upfield than he was. And it's going to be 4th down and 14. So a very unsuccessful drive for the Walnut offense. Just one thing I've noticed, Landon McCray, number 36, timing up the snap very well for the Panthers. So you can try to do some kind of hard count on your next drive, but for now, it's Colin Ross standing at his own 1-yard line. The 2 return men, Basta and Engelhart, at the 45 of Walnut. Got to be careful to get this punt away. 3-man punt shield are Hargis, Claiborne, and Zuniga. This will be punt number 10 of the season for Colin Ross. Taking a while to get the ball snapped. Play is not even resumed yet. Play is still being held up by an official. Haven't heard a whistle to start yet. Don't know what could be going on here, as both teams have been ready to play the snap for almost a minute now.
I think they're trying to say 9:03.
There may be a clock issue in there. A minute comes off the clock. Now play can finally resume. 9:03 to play, second quarter. Snap to Ross is low, and he's fumbled it, but he gets the punt, and he does not get it away. It's going to bounce through the end zone for a safety. Chase Marshall, senior defensive lineman, got through and blocked the punt. It was a low but handleable snap, and Ross did not handle it. 2 points to the Panthers will make it 10-0. And that's now another special teams miscue by the Eagles. I don't know if you can call the Wildcat play on 4th and 3 special teams, but that was also a miscue. Just seeing these little mistakes start to add up. And they've now added up to 10 points for Little Miami. A safety and it is a free kick from the 20, so it's not that much better to be punting it and have surrendered the 2 points. 10-0 Panthers, 8:56 to go in quarter number 2. It'll be a tee kick for Colin Ross. Ross handled kicks last year. This year it's been Breen, Ross, standing in his own 11, ball on the 20. Furthest return man is at the Little Miami 30, Lincoln Engelhart. 2 more up men for the Panthers, standing at the 45. Basta and Gage Voltaggio. Whistle blows to start play. Ross approaches the ball, kicks it low, and it will be fielded by the up man Basta at the 45, moves to the 50, cuts right side to the 45. Basta finds a lane to the 30. Only the kicker to beat Basta to the 15 to the 10, and into the end zone goes Lucas Basta on the free kick touchdown for Little Miami. There is a flag back at the 38-yard line. But as it stands right now, it's Lucas Basta on the touchdown. Would be his 3rd TD of the year. We'll see if it's coming back, and it is, holding on Little Miami. So Walnut avoids disaster. That'll back the ball up right near midfield. And we just keep seeing these special teams mistakes by the Eagles, but at least this time doesn't cost them 6 points. It'll just put the ball at the 49 of Little Miami. Last drive, the Panthers scored in 3 plays, and it was all that 2-back formation. That's right where they're going. It'll still be Andrew Trapp and Logan Kerner in the backfield. The Eagles had no answers for that. Camden Fox is again a wide receiver. Lined up out wide, and it'll be a direct snap to Andrew Trapp. Takes it up the middle and gets about 4. Taken down from behind by Kamar Powell, defensive lineman. Gets to the 47 for a gain of 4. El Panther is slow to get up. Offensive lineman Tyler Meadows is injured. Meadows, a junior, 5'10", 235. He'll be helped to his feet by a teammate, Kyle Frith. But he gets to the huddle relatively quickly. Gain of 4 for Trapp. Eagles still looking to find a way to stop that direct run by Trapp. And until the now Camden Fox will line up as his usual quarterback self. Trapp in the backfield, 7 on the line. Basta goes in motion and gets the football running around right end. Basta to the 40, and he'll fight his way forward to the 39. Pile pushed forward and then driven backwards. Braylon Coleman in on that. It'll be a first down run for Basta, who has done nothing but good things when the ball's in his hands. Basta made his Panther debut last year against Walnut Hills in that home win 20-14. We did not know who he was until after the game because his number 6, had been listed on the Little Miami roster as a wide receiver, Peyton Blackburn. And only then did we see that in the stats report his name was there. So, Basta, a more known commodity now. He's played a mixture of wide receiver and running back in this game, and has done good things with the ball. Again, 7 on the line. Basta again goes in motion, and he will, this time it's a keeper for Fox, but the play is blown up by a false start. So back it up 5 yards to the 44. It's 1st and 15. It's 3. Looks like got a yard longer than I thought. Luke Roberson, Jr., is entering the game for Little Miami. He has no career catches. Still the traditional shotgun, 3 receivers right, 1 left, and Stavali going in motion. Snap to Fox. He'll run it up the middle, tries to push forward, and gets to the 39-yard line, taken down from behind by Jalen Little, linebacker. Gain of 4 for Fox. Up to the Walnut 39-yard line. Now Fox is going empty. Looks like a potential screen setup, quads left, 1 receiver right. Jackson alerting his defensive teammates to that possibility. And under 6 to go. 2nd down, 11 for the Panthers. Fox still an empty. He's back to pass. Quick toss going right side for Carter Stewart. He'll have the first down at the 25 as Cam Coulibaly pushes them out of bounds. Coulibaly was playing way off of Stewart, and the Panthers designed a play to beat that. He'll get to the 27-yard line for a first down. Same formation. They're still playing off of Stewart. And now it'll be a look to the sideline and a play change for the Panther offense. $10-0 is your score after the 2-point conversion and the safety. Man goes in motion and a whistle will stop play. Flag is thrown on the far side of the field. Offsides indicated against a Walnut DB, Dayron Acklin.
Offside. Eagles.
Ball hadn't even been snapped yet when that penalty was called against Acklin. But that'll discourage them from playing more press, and I'd imagine that Nate Mann is ready to take advantage of that. Fox remaining in empty. It's been mostly drive-to-drive tendencies for this Panther offense. He'll keep it here up the middle. Fox gets to the 20 out of the 15, and that's where he's taken down from behind by Jalen Little. Successful play again, and a first down for the Panthers.
Fox. It would be hot.
Same formation again. Chains haven't even been spotted yet before the play can start. Fox remaining in empty. Stewart alone to the right. Stavali in motion left to right. Fox will keep running right side, and this time he'll be stopped quickly. Only a gain of about 2 as penetrating the backfield was Jonathan Jackson Jr., linebacker. Give Fox 2 to the 13. We've seen Little Miami's offense kind of exercise one part of their playbook at a time. Last drive it was 2 backs. This time it's just Fox alone going 5 wide. He's back to pass here. Quick toss goes right side for Stewart. It's over his head and incomplete. Coulibaly was playing tighter coverage and prevented Stewart from releasing as cleanly as he did on the last first down. And he gets the incompletion there. 3rd and 8. Personnel change for the Panthers. Bosta will enter, so will Austin Beaver. Under 4 to play here in quarter number 2. It's 10-0 Panthers. Looks like we're going 2 backs again on 3rd and 8. They will both be in the no. Now Fox will motion out. We'll go back to that familiar look. This could be a 4-down play call. And the snap goes to Trapp, running right side, got a hold of the 5, and into the end zone goes Andrew Trapp. It's been the same guy. Andrew Trapp, the transfer from King, scores his 2nd touchdown of the night. And it's 16-0. It's been Trapp and Logan Kerner in the backfield. On this formation, only Trapp has ever gotten the ball tonight, but he has done a lot of things with that ball. K1, it's on to make it 17-0. Whistles blow, snap good, hold good, and Waynes' kick is low and through the uprights to make it 17-0 Panthers. As when the opposing offense decides they can just play bully ball, our offensive line will make holes against your defensive line. It can be really hard as a defensive coordinator to find an answer to that if your personnel are not there. And for the last 2 drives, the Eagles' personnel have not been there. 3:46 to go. Scoreboard off again. But the Eagle offense will get another chance to possess. They have been running it a lot. And what's really been happening is every time they get a negative play on first down the last couple of weeks. The Eagles have been behind the sticks. They've gotten into an obvious passing down. The opponents can just trust their 5 or 6 man buckets to stop any attempt at a run on those long downs. And about the rest of the resources to taking away Will Rivers' first and second reads. It's a lot of stuff that needs to change. Hi, Deep. Yeah, brother. Walnut ready to kick this off. High spiraling kick, good hang time. Dennis fields at the 10, moves his way to the 15. That's where the first wave meets him, and he fights his way to the 21-yard line. Play was finished off by Tanner Sewell, defensive back. And it'll be just past the 20. That's where the drive will start once again for the Eagles offense. Looks like 5 wide is the personnel on this first down. They're reaching back into that bag of tricks that worked for a drive last time, but instead Dennis will be the running back, and they'll spread it out the rest of the way. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Rivers will await the snap from center Brady Nolman. 3:40 to play, quarter number 2. Panthers have scored 17 unanswered. Snap to Rivers. Got time to throw. Lobs it across the middle, and it's caught by Nicholas at the 30. He's forced backwards at about the 34 and taken down by 2 Panthers, Jackson Barnett as well as Tanner Meadows. But the Eagles get a first down through the air. Rivers to Nicholas for 14. Eagles hurry back to the line. Ball now at the 35-yard line. 2 receivers each side. Rivers takes the snap. Quick toss right side. Nicholas drops it. He was about to get leveled by number 16, who I do not have on my roster. So an incompletion on first down. That's how a lot of these drives have ended for the Eagles offense, not being able to pick up those 10 yards. 3:14 to go. Second down and 10. Snap to Rivers. Got time. Rolling out to the right. Throws to Joshua Thornton at the 40 and skip to the 45. Picking up another first down. Forced out of bounds by Colton Reynolds, linebacker. And 2 first downs through the air for the Eagles offense. Just over 3 to play. Offensive line is ready. The backfield still getting set. It's been the same personnel. Now they'll all go out wide, and it's 5 wide for Rivers. Alone in the backfield. A lot of safety held back for Little Miami. First and 10 of the 47. Rivers has time, throws it quickly right side. Dennis caught it, and he's taken on about to the 47-yard line of Little Miami by Colton Reynolds. This was the game plan a lot of last week, to go out wide and pick on the linebackers. Colton Reynolds, the transfer from Moeller, was successfully picked on there and gave up 6 yards. Dennis will now stand behind Rivers. Eagles have gotten into plus territory at the 47. Trailing 17-0 a couple minutes before halftime. Snap to Rivers, back to pass. Throws it left side, caught by Malachi Lewis trying to turn it up. And he did not go north and south. He may be a half yard short because of that. Yep, he'll be down at about the 44. Lewis could have lunged forward, gotten the first down, but tried to turn it up against the defender for extra yardage. And instead, he was tackled a yard behind the line to gain at the 44. 2:10 to go in the second quarter. Two receivers each side. Eagles have been all past this drive. Snap to Rivers. He hands Dennis at the middle. Dennis has the first down and more up to the 35. Stays on his feet to the 30 and taken down to the 29-yard line by Carter Haney. The first run of the drive for the Eagles, and it goes for 15, but a flag might bring it back, and it will. Most successful run of the day for the Eagles, wiped out by a holding flag, and that'll back it up 10 yards. It was not as obvious to me as the last holding flag on Jonathan Smith. That's a pretty big killer if you're the Eagles. Now Robert Green's going to be the back. 3rd and 11. 3 receivers to the long side, 1 to the short side. Little Miami again a light box. 1:22 to go, and whistles will stop play. Timeout by the Panthers. Minute 22 to go in the second quarter. And Nate Mann recognizes his team may want to get the ball back and called one of his 3 timeouts. So out of the timeout, it's the same formation the Eagles were showing pre-timeout. Robert Green, the running back. Rivers in shotgun, 1 receiver left and 3 to the right. Need to get to the 43 of Little Miami for a first down. A minute 22 to play and 2 timeouts to work with for both teams. Heavier box now for Little Miami. Rivers back to pass. Blitz is on. Rivers getting pressure, and it's dropped by Jason Nicholas. He was past the first down marker, and it was a very catchable pass. Nicholas could not haul it in. He was at about the 42-yard line. That would have extended the drive, but Nicholas, in a costly drop, will bring on the punt team. So with a minute 16 to go, Colin Ross on for the punt. Last time, Ross fumbled the snap and had it blocked by Chase Marshall, defensive lineman. Looking to get this one away cleanly. Panthers bring an extra body to the line on the punt block team, and it's a low snap, and a flag will blow the play dead. False start on Walnut. Ross appeared to have done a good job of handling that low snap from Vance Lamb that bounced twice. So back of off to the 41-yard line. See if this snap's better. Lamb to snap, Ross to punt, and whistles will stop play. This time a timeout called by the Eagles. Don't see what was going on there, but someone is giving that punt formation team a talking to.
If you have to be missing your ankle tees, you put a punt to the space. Little Miami. After the timeout, the ball is at the 48-yard line. It's brought down for one of the goals.
So 4th and 16 out of the timeout. It's the same punt formation we're used to. 2 receivers are back deep, Lucas Basta and Lincoln Engelhart. Snap is low, and he fumbles it. It's going to be blocked by the Panthers, but this time it won't go any backwards. And a flag, not a flag, but a marker comes flying in, and it'll be falling on about the 37-yard line. And flags are down. We'll see what this is. Well, any indication is against the Panthers. Looks like there wasn't a flag. So it'll be the 38-yard line. 1:07, 2 timeout for the Panther offense. 2-back set has worked wonders, and Nate Mann will see no reason to stop. The ball's gone to Andrew Trapp every time. The ball goes to Andrew Trapp. He runs it right side, finds a hole, and then gets stopped at about the 33-yard line. Stevie Gordon at the bottom of the pile pushing Trapp down. No reason to really not run that every chance you can. Gain of 4 for Trapp. 45 seconds and counting. Little Miami is huddling. 40 seconds. Now Fox in the backfield. 7 on the line. Stewart right. Basta left and Trapp the back. Everyone else is on the line. Basta goes in motion, and he will get the end-around handoff. Looking for a hole. Finds one, and he gets to the 30, then stood up and stopped at the 28-yard line. After that was strung out, he was stopped by Dayron Ackland, a timeout called by the Panthers. Clock just malfunctioned and reset at 12 minutes. We know that's not right. And play will surely stop until we see what the actual time's supposed to be and get a signal from the refs. I guess somewhere around 28 seconds, but we need to see an actual number. 28 is the signal. So, go me, I guess. Third and 1. Trapp just barely did not get in the line, and the Panthers going back to the 2-back set. Camden Fox, the only receiver on the left. Basta to the right.
28.
The clock has still not been reset. Now we're good. I've had a couple of issues with that here in this first half. Walnut's home opener. Panthers scored 17 in the second quarter. After the Eagles started it with the ball, it's just been miscue after miscue on critical downs and on special teams. 28 seconds left. It's a direct snap to Trapp. He'll have the first down to the 25 and not much more than that. Clock at 22 seconds. May have been stopped a little late, but a timeout's going to be called by Nate Mann, the Panthers regardless. The Eagles have done a good job making sure those trap runs don't turn from short chunks into big chunks, which is going to be what the Panthers will need to punch in again before halftime. Gunnar Hoffman was their kicker for the last 3 years. He had 1 year of eligibility left, but he's on the soccer team this year, not football. One timeout left for each team. May have had 0 at this point, if not for that malfunction with the clock. 1st and 10 of the 25. Camden Fox alone in the backfield in this play, running through their greatest hits of the first half. This has usually been a Fox run or an end around so far. And Fox is back to pass this time. He lobs it up right side for Stewart, and it is incomplete. And no flag as Dayron Ackman in tight coverage of Stewart runs off 6 seconds down to 16. Good coverage by Ackland.
Second down and 10.
I have a feeling that in Morrow that year, that might have been flagged. Eagles could not stop seeing the yellow hanky come out in that game. 2nd and 10, 16 ticks left to play. Little Miami with 1 timeout to work with. Same formation, 4 receivers left and 1 right. Stavali will not go in motion. Fox will roll out. Has lots of time to throw. Guns it toward the end zone, and it is well over the head and incomplete of Andrew Trapp. Another 6 seconds rolling off, and we're down to 10 seconds. 3rd and long for the Panthers. An accurate throw would have done it. Trapp had gotten himself open, and Little Miami had moved the pocket enough to give Fox sufficient time to throw. They just airmailed it over Trapp's head. Nate Mann still a timeout to use. Playbook still relatively open here. 3rd and 10 from the Walnut 25. Set up by the second punt block of the day off a bad snap. Fox will run this time up the middle, gets to the 20, pushes his way forward to the 18, then taken down by Jonathan Jackson Jr. Clock didn't stop until late, but Coach Nate Mann called his final timeout. Should be at about 4 or 5 seconds when this is all said and done. 5 seconds should be the call. It'll be 4th and short.
Got it. Thank you.
For the Panthers. Fox gained 8 yards on that run. It would be a 35-yard kick from here. If not, it'd be quite hard. Be quite hard to get a playoff with 5 seconds, and it's either going to the end zone, but that is, looks like we're going to see Cade Woynitz. This will be the first career field goal attempt for Cade Woynitz. 35 yards out, looking to make it a 20-0 ball game. Fox will hold. Aiden Stavali will snap. Trying to make it 20-0 into the half, and their 4th score of the half. Operation's got to be clean. Snap is good, hold is good. Kick by Woynitz in the air toward the uprights, and it is good. From 35, Cade Woynitz converts his first career field goal attempt, and it is now 20-0 into the half. 20 points scored on 4 different scoring plays for the Panthers in that half. Walnut will get the ball first in the 3rd quarter, and we will have you then on Graham Sportscasting Channel.
I want the white hat. I see white. I'm stressed the whole way. I don't know. I'm stressed again. Yeah, you ain't waiting yet.
Wait for the That's a good question. I do know that's going to be early days to rest box. You are in the difficult line of please come to the rest box and play in it. It's at the top of Grand Park Stadium. Mr. Bennett. What's the name of the show?
Insomniacs.
Insomniacs.
Yeah. If he doesn't give it a big break, yeah, I would say
No, he's usually ready.
he doesn't. Okay.
And he knows the numbers. It is halftime. Park Stadium, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for everyone in the Park Stadium. Shadows putting in place his movement. Educators on the individual is 100 years in time. The shadows literally use the word to really harmony, swelling the limitless intensity of the talent that is anticipating you. You can see that you guys did it. And because it is part of the leading piece, only to go around once more, suspicion creeps in. The dance process uninvited. They ultimately rested the rest of the battle. Hearts whispers the fatal question. What happens when we all escape? Now that will be like 28 years last minute. This further, you got to keep it ready on the way and make it Iowa. Let's take a roaring round of applause as Marshall Blue and the Cowboys brings the love to the community to like the shadows and the sun.
That was awesome. Sorry, guys. I thought it was going to take this quick. We have to slam. You're good. Hamburgers, hot dogs, everybody. When you're done, will you mention that we're signing? Thank you. Do I have time to go to the restroom? All right, cool. Our dads, they look real so. Oh, yeah.
back to Walnut Hills Eagles football at Mark Stadium, where at the half, Little Miami has a 20-0 edge over the host Eagles. Time now for scores from around the city. We'll start with the ECC. Anderson ahead of Lebanon, 21-10. Lebanon scored twice in the first quarter. Milford and Loveland tied at 14, middle of the second quarter there. Kings ahead of West Claremont, 7-0. Turpin and Winton Woods are scoreless. Both those scores came at the end of the first quarter. In the GMC, it's Fairfield 7 and Sycamore 3 in the middle of the second quarter. Hamilton ahead of Lakota East 7-3. Lakota West ahead of Princeton 6-3. And Mason ahead of Oak Hills 10-0. All those again near the end of the first quarter. In the GCL South, it's Bowler 21 visiting Christ Presbyterian Academy in Tennessee. They're ahead 21-6 at the end of the first quarter in that one. Elder ahead of LaSalle 6-0. And St. Xavier up big on Westerville North 21-0. And in the CMAC Red, Withrow last night beat Dunbar 4-9-12. Hughes fell to Purcell Marion. Harrison ahead of Western Hills 13-0. Taft beating up Mount Healthy 42-0. Lloyd Memorial and Aiken tied at 8 at the end of the first quarter. A couple minutes to go before the start of the second half. Walnut will get the ball first. Little Miami scored in 4 different ways in that second quarter. They had a safety, 2 touchdowns, 1 a 2-point conversion, 1 an extra point, and to end the half, a 35-yard field goal by Cade Woynitz, which was his first career make. Special teams has been the name of the game in many of these previous matchups, and that's been the case here. Walnuts had 2 punts blocked, both resulting from bad or fumbled snaps. You also had that 4th and 3 play on the first play of the second quarter, which was fumbled by Jonathan Jackson Jr. on the Wildcat, and that killed another Walnut drive as well. So though there are no official turnovers in the box score, that's almost 3 turnovers in terms of impact to the game right there. And we saw in that first quarter Walnut playing sound football. Little Miami, on the other hand, goes to, we're going to run the same 3 run plays and see how long it takes for you to find a stop to them. And the Walnut defense, at least in that second quarter, did not find a stop to them. While a lot of them were running sprints over in the far end zone for where I'm sitting right now in the press box. Just been a theme of these games that we're seeing Walnut make a lot more mistakes than their opponents. And that's led to another lopsided score at halftime, 20-0. There were some positives. No runs longer than 5 yards for Walnut, but we did see a 15-yard run called back for holding. That was looking good anyway, holding or no holding. But didn't end up working out. That was as far into Little Miami territory as the Eagles have gotten all night. Little Miami's kicking game has also been stellar. Walnut has only started 1 drive past their own 25. Meanwhile, Kansas have started multiple drives right around the midfield striper further as a result of those block punts and those turnovers. We'll see what answers the Eagles come up with. They will have ball first out of the half. Nate Mann in his career, 19-16 at Little Miami, including the 0-3 start to this season. Looks like it'll become 20-16 should his Panthers pull out a win tonight. They'll still need another win or 2 in the remainder of their ECC slate. And your best targets for that would look to be West Claremont or possibly Loveland. They would probably need 2 more wins to make the shrunken 12-team playoff field. 3-7. The bottom half of the GMC is also crowding that part up. Coleraine and Sycamore look like they won't get very many wins this year. Neither will Fairfield. Western Hill's going to have a couple of lower division wins to contend with. And the top half of the GMC, a couple of GCL teams are also gumming up the top seeds. So even if Little Miami doesn't make it, they'll go to Elder or Princeton or somewhere. But just making the playoffs in year one under Nate Mann, making that 12-team field, would be a huge step forward for the Panthers program, and would validate the idea of them signing a big name. Not necessarily a big name, but a recognizable name. They went with a mostly unknown coach in Aaron Chenault last year. Didn't work out. Caleb Jones before that didn't work out. Trying to find stability, that's how you revive a program in Morrow where the fans have gotten used to expectations for that team. Like 9-win seasons, playoff victories, big ones over Edgewood and over Xenia in the past couple of years before everything went belly up. Eagles are going to look for some stability like that. Maybe not a coaching change, but some way to stabilize the program, get back to playing competitive football in this conference. Be up to the actual people running the show to figure out how you get that stability. 30 seconds until the third quarter begins. The Eagles will have ball first. Little Miami going to kick off for the first time today. Or rather, not that. Kick off for the first time this half. They did a lot of that in the first half. Walnut in a 20-point hole. All those points scored in the second quarter. It'll take a lot to get out of it. Dennis, Hargis, and Nicholas are the three deep returners. Cade Winans has gotten good height and hang time on his kickoffs. They have all ended with the Eagles at their own 21 or further back. We'll see if that continues. Winans approaches the ball, kicks with his right foot, high spiraling kick. Dennis fields at the 14, runs to the 20. He gets to the 25, cuts right side to the 30, stays on his feet to the 35, and goes on the sideline and out of bounds near the 40-yard line. Good return by Dennis, tiptoeing the sideline. It's the same thing Winans has tried to do on all of his kickoffs. He's trying to put it near that coffin corner in the 15 without letting it go out of bounds. That time, Dennis put a good return on. They'll spot it at the 30. They'll say that's where he stepped out of bounds, so better field position than most, but that's relative tonight. Two receivers each side on play number one for the Eagles offense in this third quarter. Looking to put some points on the board. Out of the half. 6-man box for Little Miami. Robert Green the back. Snap to Rivers. Green gets the handoff. Cuts right side. Works his way to the 35. Cuts to the 38, and that's where he's taken down by Tanner Meadows. So a successful run by Green on first down. Picks up 8 or 9. It's what you like to see from Green when you don't want to have a one-dimensional offense like you did in the second half of last year's game, even if it did score a couple of points. 2nd and 2 now. Rivers will pass. Looking, running out of time. Now he'll scramble off left side. Gets rid of it, throwing for Joshua Thornton. It's incomplete. Thornton never really could track the ball. He was defended by Isaiah James, and it's 3rd down and 2. So Rivers maybe could have gotten a first down with his legs, but he opted for the low percentage throw. Thornton had but a step of separation and never really tracked the ball as it was in the air to him. 3rd and 2. Linebacker on the line, and it's a handoff to Green. He's having to work through a thicket, and he will barely get to the line of scrimmage. It was a 7-man box for Little Miami. They tried to go back to Green on the ground, and it didn't work out. 4th down, Eagle will punt. Is it a punt or is this the Wildcat again? I can't tell. They have similar personnel. This is the Wildcat. Coach Miles' Pep formation for this year, and Jackson's the Wildcat QB. Fumbled the snap last time. Here he's just going to take it, run at the middle, and get pushed back. Doesn't look like he got it. About a half yard short of the line to gain. He's right at the 40. Can we see the hometown whistle come through? It didn't look on first effort like he got it. Little Miami football. Spotted about a half yard shy of the 40 where the Eagles needed it. There was no fumbled exchange, but the Little Miami D-line won that rep. Jackson got only a yard and a half. And it'll be another short field for Camden Fox and the Panther offense for their first drive of the second half.
At the 39-yard line,
was this close to extending the drive. It almost worked last time. Almost not good enough on these fourth downs. Right back to a familiar formation, Camden Fox and empty. Again, we've seen usually QB run or end around out of this formation. A look to the sideline for the Panther offense. 4 receivers left. Carter Stewart's the lone man out to the right. Savali in motion left to right. Fox is back to pass here. Pressure coming. He throws the screen to Bosta. Got a lot of room to run to the 35. Bosta to the 30. Cuts middle of the field to the 20 and to the 15 to the 10. And into the end zone goes Lucas Bosta off a little slip screen. The Panthers throw a wrinkle into things as they go to the screen pass. We had not seen that out of that formation yet tonight. And it goes for a 39-yard TD for Lucas Bosta. Third TD of the season, second through the air for Bosta. Woynitz on to make it 27-zip. One blocker is late getting onto the extra point team for the Panthers. That's not going to be a concern. They snap the ball. It's pretty high, put down, and it's blocked. And the Eagles, Xander Hargis may have gotten to that one and stopped it from getting to the uprights. Xander Hargis celebrating on the sideline, so a special teams play made by the Eagles keeps it at 26-0. But the one-play touchdown not encouraging for the Eagle defense. Little Miami's lost 26 in a row against ECC opponents who aren't Walnut Hills. Eagles have lost 35 in a row against ECC opponents in general. Looking like that number will be 36 rather quickly. The Panthers' largest margin of victory in an ECC contest was a 35-point win over Loveland in their debut ECC season in 2020, the COVID year. They won that game 55-20, and at the end of that season 3-7 with a playoff win. Woynitz's kick high spiraling. Dennis retreats back to his own 5, takes it out from the middle of the field to the 20, cuts left side, and that's all he'll get. Good coverage by the Panthers. In that game, Aiden Jones, 328 yards, 5 touchdowns for Little Miami. And they ran for another 210, piled up 547 yards of total offense against Loveland and scored 42 points in the first quarter. This game is not that lopsided, but it may eclipse the margin if the Eagles can't find some offense soon. Lowell Mesfin thought he was in the game. Now he's trotting off the field on 1st and 10 from the 20. Cade Woynitz's kicking game continues to be immaculate. Empty set for Rivers on 1st and 10. He's got time, throws across the middle, and Malachi lures Did not manage. Did he manage to hold on to it? He did not. He was hit hard by Isaiah James over the middle. Lures, the ball never really popped out, but they're saying an incompletion. 2nd down and 10. Rivers delivered a tight window throw. It was a good throw, but Lures could not complete the catch across the middle. It was a tough one to make. 5 wide again. Robert Green is playing at receiver. Haven't seen him do that too much. Rivers again and empty. Snap to Rivers. Pressure coming. Tosses across the middle. Caught by Thornton. Angling his right side of the 30, and he will get the first down before being forced out of bounds by number 16. First down for the Eagles. Joshua Thornton, a nice physical finish to that run to secure the first down. It's a play you like to see. If you're going 5 wide, you want your guys to have those physical endings to the run. So credit to Thornton. His first catch of the year, it might have been. Didn't have any catches on this year entering today. And again, 5 wide, 3 to the long side. Snap to Rivers. Pressure coming from the middle. He sidesteps it, tosses across the middle. Low throw, and Lures did not manage to dig it out. It was a low throw. He had a defender draped over his back. Couldn't manage to get that. Would have been a gain of about 9 yards for Lures. 26-0, 9:52 to play in the third quarter. Next score for Little Miami will turn on the running clock. Have seen that in all of Walnut's losses this year. Single back behind Rivers is Green. Snap to Rivers. Throws right side for Thornton. Caught at the 40. Goes along the sideline to the 45. Should be a first down. Landon McCray blitzing up the middle. Had a Walnut offensive lineman on his rear end, but Rivers managed to get the throw away under pressure. And it's a first down for the Eagles. Joshua Thornton played mostly receiver last year. Broke his femur in game number 9 against Lebanon in the first quarter of that one after making a catch. Has recovered from that. 1st and 10 at the 45. Rivers back to pass. Pressure coming. Rivers steps up, throws across the middle, and it's into traffic and caught by Malachi Lures. There's a battle for the ball. It was him and Tanner Meadows battling for the ball. They'll rule it a catch. A penalty flag is back, and it's going to be a personal foul against Little Miami, roughing the passer. Little Miami's been blitzing plenty to try to get to Rivers. It was a 17-yard pickup by Lures. Add 15 more to that and put the ball at the 23 of the Panthers. Deepest into Panther territory the Eagles have penetrated tonight. Make it a 24. Nice catch by Lures. He was having a battle with Meadows to prevent that from being an interception. It easily could have been. 3 receivers to the short side, 1 to the long side. Green behind Rivers. Snap to Rivers. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Rivers sidesteps. Hold is called. He throws left side. It's caught by Kalen Murray at the 5. That's probably coming back. Murray got out of bounds inside the 5. And it is coming back. Maybe 2 different ones. He made 2 different holding motions. And it wipes out the 20-yard pass to Kalen Murray. Hold was against Aiden Manes, sophomore offensive lineman. He'll be replaced now for that penalty. Backs it up to the 34-yard line, 1st and 20. We saw number 63 entering the game. Do not have a 63 on my roster for Walnut. In Manes' spot. First down and 20. Snap to Rivers. Got time to throw. Steps into it. Lobs it downfield toward the end zone, and it's overthrown and incomplete. He wanted Joshua Thornton, who had tight coverage put on him by Meadows. That was Lewers on the intended target, not Thornton. My mistake. And they're again trying to pick on the linebackers in coverage, but Meadows ran with Lewers every step of the way that time. Lewers entered today fourth in the ECC in receiving yards. He had 222. Hasn't gotten a whole lot going tonight. 3 touchdowns on the year for Lewers. 3 of the 5 the Eagles have scored this season. Second down and 20. Middle of the field looking pretty tasty for the Eagles passing offense. Snap to Rivers, back to pass. Rolls out to the left. He's being pursued by McCray. Can he escape? No, he can't. He spikes the ball into the ground. That will likely be grounding. Although he did have Green in the area, but if that's grounding, it'll be a loss of 16, and there it is. That'll be third and probably a billion. Landon McCray had hot pursuit. He's always played well against the Eagles in their 2 previous meetings with McCray.
I just think because he was engaged trying to help the quarterback.
Grounding is called. Loss of down about where Rivers threw that ball. They need to get, reminder, to the 14-yard line, and the ball is being placed in Walnut territory at the 48. That'll bring up third and 38. So a promising drive looked dead in the water. Holding penalty wipes out the 20-yard pass to Kalen Murray, and then Rivers can't get away from McCray and takes the intentional grounding penalty. Let's see what Coach Zaire Anderson has cooked up for third and 38. I don't imagine too much is in the playbook for that situation. Two receivers each side. We've seen everybody get in on the action so far. Eagles haven't had a 38-yard play since the Western Hills game. That touchdown to Kalen Murray in the third quarter of that one was their last play of that length. Taking a while to get play started. And now whistles will blow. Third and 38. Let's see what we have. Whistles will stop play. Timeout taken by the Panthers. That's third and 38. It's really hard to defend, you know. Got to get your formation exactly right to stop it, to fearsome down in distance. 26-zip is your score. Little Miami in control of this one. 8:37 to go in the third quarter. The Eagles pushed all the way to the 24-yard line where this series started, but they've taken 2 penalties that have pushed them back very, very far. So out of the timeout, still third and 38. Nothing has changed. Braylon Dennis is the back. How many yards do you think that they have to get here to go for it on fourth down? Down 26-0. And until those penalties, holding and grounding, that was their most successful drive of the night. Mostly letting Rivers just sling it. I think entirely letting Rivers just sling it. Excuse me. Referee still standing over the ball. Crowd about to get angsty if this does not proceed soon. Now whistles blow and we can start play. 3rd and 38. 2 receivers each side. 2 of them well off the line. Little Miami brings 4. Rivers throws it across the middle, and it's out of the hands of Kalen Murray. It was a bit wide. He was defended by James, but had a step on him. That would have been about 20 of those 38 yards had Murray had that ball, but a little more on target from Rivers. Instead, we're going to punt. Already 2 blocked punts that have resulted as have not seen a lot of clean snaps and exchanges between Vance Lamb and Colin Ross on this punt team. Lamb playing his 2nd game at long snapper after Connor Carlton was hurt the week prior against in between Milford and Turbin. This snap is clean. Ross gets the punt away. A really high spiraling kick, and Basta fields at the 20-yard line, almost loses it, and he'll cut right side to the 26, get to the sideline, and run it about around the 35, being chased by safety Dawson Price. So that's better, what you were hoping for. Wasn't the greatest of punts, but it was not blocked either. Little Miami scored a 1-play touchdown last drive. They went to their empty set and added a wrinkle, a screen to Lucas Basta. He took it 39 yards for a touchdown. Little Miami has scored in every possible denomination you can. 8, 7, 6, 3, and 2 tonight. 2 receivers left, 1 right. 26-zip is your score. Fox will just hand it off to Trapp, running right side, and Trapp's going to be taken down after a loss of about 3, a gain of about 3. Eli Newman in on that tackle. Brady Lee, defensive lineman, was also in on that, a freshman, wearing 62. Looks like the Panthers going back to empty for this 2nd down. And this formation has just given the Eagles a lot of things to think about as tonight's game has gone on. Fox is back to pass. He throws a screen to Basta. Basta has to evade Dennis. He gets slowed down, and he will not escape the tackle of Jaden Miller, number 63. A loss of 3 on the play. It was the screen again, but the thing about that screen is that it's starting about 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and Basta was slowed out by the athletic Braylon Dennis and funneled back into the defensive line, and they were able to tackle him. Loss of 3, 3rd and 9. Empty set again, same formation we've seen with 4 receivers out to the left. See if we'll see a regular drop back from Camden Fox here, and Fox will roll out to the left. Looking to find anyone, launching downfield, wants Trapp, and it's overthrown and incomplete. He was double covered by Xander Hargis as well as another safety, number 6. Incomplete, and Little Miami will punt for the first time since their 2nd drive of the game. So that's what you'd like to see, especially out of the coaching staff, getting to that screenplay that burned the Eagles last time, dropping it for a loss of 3 and forcing a 3rd and long to get the defense off the field. Still 26-0, but an encouraging sign nonetheless. Stewart on for his 3rd punt. The punt formation looks different for Little Miami. They use multiple gunners. The Eagles don't use any. Snap to Stewart, gets the punt away. It's a long one, backing up Dennis to about the 20. Reverses course to the 15, all the way back to the 10, and now he'll cut right side. And a block in the back thrown by Jackson will back the Eagles up. He knows what he did. He blocked Little Miami's Tyler Fallett, linebacker, trying to get him off of Dennis. He only got to about the 20-yard line, and the penalty will back him up to about the 7. Pretty much everyone up here in the press box and in the stands knew that penalty was coming after seeing that hit was thrown. And it'll be another rough, long field.
Ball against Walnut Hills.
We'll see where that ball ends up. The block was thrown about the 15-yard line. Would be about half the distance to the 7 is what my guess is, but we'll see where it actually gets spotted. And that is about where this ball is going to end up. Give him the 8-yard line. 92 yards to Pater for the Eagles offense. They had some nice chunk plays down the field through the air, but that last drive was killed. A holding and then a pseudo sack by Landon McCray. Snap to Rivers. Got time, throws it across the middle, and it's Nicholas who can't make the catch as defense put on by number 16 DB for Little Miami. Tight coverage, good coverage. Brings up 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Could be Cameron Finley, number 16.
16. I think it's
Finley with 4 tackles and an interception this year. We do not know if that is actually the case. Snap to Rivers, low snap, but he gets it cleanly. Rivers running out of time, motioning receivers, and he'll just be bottled up and sacked at about the 3-yard line. It was Carter Haney who brought him down. Rivers just couldn't find anybody open.
Rivers is sacked. 5 line of scrimmage.
First official sack of the night for the Panthers, brings up 3rd and 16. Could be seeing another safety here.
He's touchdown at the 3-yard line.
So 3rd and 16. Panthers have played excellent coverage on this drive, and it looks to be coming to an end unless the Eagles can get 16 yards in this play. Rivers standing 2 yards deep in his own end zone. Robert Green the back, 3 receivers right and 1 left. Snap to Rivers in his own end zone, running out of time, and he pulls it down. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. That's going to be a safety. It's going to be a Little Miami touchdown. The ball came out, and it was recovered in the end zone, so never mind. It was a Panther touchdown. Coming down the ball, Aiden Stavali, defensive back. Rivers again held the ball very long in the end zone, couldn't find anybody open, and that'll be 6 points for the Panthers. So add another new way to score. That'll turn the running clock on. And Little Miami just demonstrating about every single way you can score points in this game of football. Cade Warren is on for the extra point. That was sprung by the penalty on Jackson, backing the Eagles up to their own 9-yard line. Then Rivers takes 2 sacks in a row. Tight coverage by the Panther DBs. Snap is low, and Woynitz gets it through the uprights to make it a 33-0 ball game. Clock stops on a change of possession with the running clock rules, but it stops. Holding call against the Panthers will bring that back, so unstop the clock and retry that extra point. Woynitz made from 35 earlier this game. This would be from 32. 30, actually. Normal extra points are 20. Holding on an extra point, pretty rare. Anyway, snap is low, and whistles will stop play and a flag thrown. Woynitz did put it through the uprights, despite the botched snap. Offside from the Eagles. The try was successful, so this may be declined. And now a Panther is down on the field. Landon McCray, who's played so well tonight, had that sack of Rivers a couple drives ago that turned into an intentional grounding penalty down in the field here. 3:07 to play, quarter number 3. Little Miami up 32-0. 33 if that try is counted. Check on some scores around the ECC while we're waiting. It's Anderson 21-10 over Lebanon at the half, so not a blowout game for the Raptors like we're very used to. Milford and Loveland are tied at 21 in halftime of that game. Kings beating up the West Claremont Wolves 24-0. Kings in front in that one. And over in Winton Woodsland, 3-0. They're ahead of Turpin. So after that, they will redo the try from the 7 after that offsides penalty. It'll be a 25-yard kick now for Woynitz. Snap is again low, but it's handled. Woynitz will put it through the uprights, and the kick is good. 33-0 is your score. Another penalty flag is down, and Little Miami is called for holding. So, back it up. Score's 32, by the way. 32. So with the running clock on, this series of penalties has taken us about 2 minutes off the third quarter clock. It's now going to be the same distance that Woynitz made his half-ending field goal. So now from 35 is your distance. For the fourth point after, the snap is again low. Woynitz gets it up, and it's spinning, and good. No penalties this time. We're finally off the field. 33-0 is your score.
I was helping you. Or no, you were helping me.
Sure.
You were. I'll give you a shot. I want something to
You were in the middle of us. That's got to cover something, right?
You have all the scores?
I'm just looking on Twitter for them.
Okay. What's the president of Color West?
I couldn't find Middletown. They're playing Coleraine, so I'm assuming they're winning.
Yeah, Middletown.
It's so
Lakota West down 12-3 in the second inning. And, yeah, they're playing Princeton. That's like the GMC championship game, kind of.
Well, now, it's Princeton, Lakota West, and
Middletown's the other unbeaten team.
yeah, Middletown.
They're going to win, probably.
Middletown is terrible. Terrible.
20 seconds on the third quarter clock as Woynitz prepares to kick this back to the Eagles offense. It's been great from him all night. He'll just let that sail over the head of Dennis for a touchback. It's 14-0 Middletown at halftime. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. 3 seconds. And now the clock will run down to 0. So 12 minutes to play. It's Little Miami 33 and Walnut Hills 0. You don't run until they snap the ball again. You don't run until they snap the ball for the first time in the fourth quarter. Don't run it until they snap it for the first time in the fourth quarter. I want to score points too.
Everybody.
So Coleraine still scoreless through their first 14 quarters of play this season. They have not scored any points. Rivers in the offense will have it at the 20-yard line. They've been shut out 11 times during this 35-game ECC losing streak. If they can't score here, it'll be 12. Rivers back to pass, running out of time, rolling to the right, throws across his body, and it is incomplete on the ground in front of Jason Nicholas.
Rivers pass to 18, Jason Nicholas. Is it incomplete?
Second and 10. Shotgun for Rivers, 2 receivers each side. Green's still the back. He's played the lion's share today. I've only seen Jonathan Jackson at back on Wildcat plays, and the throw goes quick in the hands of Nicholas for a gain of 5. Taken down by Colton Reynolds, linebacker.
Gain 5, third down 5.
3rd and 5. Cheers did a backflip as this offense prepares to run their next snap. Rivers has it, throws it right side, and Nicholas makes the catch to the 45. To make it the 35, and he'll have the first down. Ran the same play 3 times pretty much, and they got the first down out of it. Jason Nicholas, the senior captain, pumping up his numbers. 10 to play in the fourth quarter. Eagle Evans has moved the ball a decent amount, just usually through the air, and usually gets stopped by some kind of penalty. Rivers is back to pass here. He throws across his body, and Lures makes the catch, running out of bounds just shy of the 50-yard line. Another first down for the Eagles offense. They'll put that at the 47-yard line, a 12-yard gain for Lures. Rivers will not match his 366-yard passing output from last year against Little Miami, but he is having a respectable day. Not too many misfires for him. First and 10 at the 47, Rivers back to pass. He will launch it across the middle, and Nicholas can't hold on to it. He was contacted by Carter Haney, linebacker, past the first down marker, and couldn't make the catch. It was a bit in front of him. Not the greatest of throws from Rivers.
Second down.
Been the same formation mostly. 2 receivers each side, and not a lot of decisions being made by Rivers. Just get the ball out against this D-line, starting to win a lot more reps. Rivers back to pass, throws across the middle, and it's way too low. Might have been tipped to the line. Joshua Thornton was near the first down marker. Or if it was just a misfire at the hands of Rivers. 3rd and long. So, Little Miami will get their first win under the second stint of Nate Mann. They've still lost 26 in a row to non-Walnut ECC opponents, but they'll have won 4 in a row against Walnut. Rivers will lob it downfield at a tight coverage, and it's picked off. Intercepted by 16 for Little Miami, trying to run him down as Robert Green. Gets to the 35-yard line of the Eagles, and Jonathan Smith takes him down at the 32. Rivers trying to push it downfield. Cameron Finley had the interception. Finley. And another drive comes out with a turnover. The second of the day, the fumble in the end zone and then the Rivers interception, but the two blocked punts and the mishandled snap on 4th and 3 in the Wildcat all feel like turnovers as far as how much they've impacted the result of this game and why the running clock is on right now. Little Miami has played mostly with mistake-free football, have not made a lot of plays that give their guys a chance to make mistakes. Logan Kerr will be the running back. We've seen him in the backfield in those two back sets, but now he'll line up alongside Camden Fox. Ball at the 32-yard line of the Eagles after that big return by Finley. Under 7 to play with the running clock on. Kerner the handoff. He runs at the middle and gets about 4. Runs into a thicket. Brought down there. Let's see. Let's just say Eli Newman did it. Newman was the ECC's leading tackler entering this game. He had 15 against Turpin.
Rusher?
Yeah.
29.
29. Carter, the ball carrier with Little Miami.
Little Miami's an opportunity to get some backups in. 6:16 to play in this game with a running clock on. Snap to Fox, back to pass. Fox rolling to the right. He has some room to run if he wants, and he will tuck it and run out of bounds a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Pressure was put on him by Jaden Miller. It'll be 3rd and long for Fox and the Panthers. Loss of 2 on that play. Make it 3.
Football will be backed up to the 30-yard line. It's turned down.
Under 6 to play until this one's wrapped up. Not been the night that the Eagles won, especially after that strong first quarter. Everything just started going awry with mistakes piling upon themselves until we got to where we are here. 3rd down and 10. Fox will hand to Kerner up the middle, and he will not get very much. Jonathan Jackson Jr. was in on that stop, as well as Alex Lee, linebackers. Brings up 4th down. At the 28, could be a good time to test Cade Woynitz's range if Coach Mann does want. And that would be a really harmless call, but instead it'll go for it on 4th and 6. I would like to see Woynitz try a 46-yarder, but that's not going to happen tonight, apparently. Under 5 to go. 3 receivers, 1 receiver each side, 7 on the line for the Panthers. Camden Fox is back to pass here, and he looks and fires it deep and adjusting, and he dropped it. It was Luke Roberson looking for his first career catch, guarded by Joshua Thornton. Roberson had to twist his body and adjust, and he could not reel it in. That's a turnover on downs. So the Eagles get another crack at it. Will Rivers threw his second INT of the season last drive. It was his 23rd career interception after he threw 15 last year. No real harm done, as it was 3rd and long, and he was just trying to push it down the field, get some yardage. But it will be a black mark on his numbers. Eagles start the drive to the 28-yard line. Rivers back to pass. Lobs it across the middle, and a tight catch is made for a gain of about 7 yards. And on the receiver, he is still getting up. Joshua Thornton. Gain of 7.5. Eagles haven't really been in a hurry to score and prevent a shutout during these running clock games so far this year. Doesn't look like it'll change too much here. Stands are still moderately full. The Nut House still loyal to their team. 2nd and 2. Rivers back to pass. Looks right, looks left, takes off running left. Rivers will tuck it and run. He's got the 1st down and more out of bounds across the 45-yard line on the scramble. Put it to the 46-yard line. 1st down, Eagles. 2:40 to go, and the running clock still on. 33-0 Panthers. Eagles haven't reached the red zone yet today. They've still got their starters in on this drive. Rivers back to pass. First read wasn't there. He's rolling out, being pursued heavily. He'll run it out of bounds out the line of scrimmage. Pressure was being put on by Adam Tricky, linebacker, was bearing down Rivers from behind. It'll be no gain, 2nd and 10. Throwing a TD here. This will be the 12th time during this shutout. During this ECC losing streak, the Eagles have suffered a shutout. Rivers will throw it across the middle. He finds Nicholas at the Little Miami 42. Falls down at the 41 after being taken down again by Tricky. Minute and a half to go. Eagles in plus territory. Only a few plays more they can run. They do have all 3 timeouts if Coach Miles wants to try to push for points on this final drive. Rivers back to pass. Stepping up, and he lobs it across the middle, intercepted. And that, unless Green can make the tackle, he can, was going to be a touchdown. So good for Green. It was intercepted by Tanner Meadows, his 2nd INT of the season. And the 2nd INT thrown by Rivers this game. Just a couple knees left for this game to end. Rivers has now thrown 8 career interceptions against Little Miami. Just a bitter pill to swallow for him. A third of all of his career interceptions have come against the Panthers. 11 of them have been to linebackers. They have known how to scheme to stop Rivers from making the critical plays. Victory formation for Little Miami. Camden Fox will kneel the last play of this game out. And an Eagle got into there a scuffle. Lots of flags flying. There were one Eagle just jumped in there. It may have been Jonathan Jackson Jr. or number 6, but they went in there and tried to get a cheap shot on Camden Fox or something of the like. The clock has run out. Fox took the knee successfully, and the final is 33-0. We got to sort out whatever that scuffle is. Looks like it'll be on both teams, and that'll end the game. Final score, Little Miami 33, Walnut Hills nothing. They will play Winton Woods next week. That will not be on this channel. I think we're back to college. And I guess we'll see you next year. That has been the home opener on Graham Sportscasting Channel.